Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video and with the next one, as announced yesterday, the third video in 3 days in a row because, well, I get stuff in my postbox all the time, so it's time for another unboxing. And this time I got a letter from Jena, which looks like this, from a label called, like a independent label, obscurely or funnily called Major Label. And I've been in touch with them for a long time. They're sending me stuff like irregularly to review, but they've been sending me stuff for ages. And the label has a quite interesting focus, which is more like electro punk obscure music, but they're also releasing like audio dramas, radio plays, like audio books, experimental audio books and stuff. And they have also like roots in punk, and they have re-released like stuff from an old German band, East German band called Sando, for example, and also released like electropunk stuff from a band called Nuclear Rape Fog Bomb, which is NRFB, which is run by a guy, like an old Hamburg-based punk guy, whose name is escaping me right now, which was also that guy was also involved in bands, legendary German punk bands like Dackelblut or Oma Hans or Blumen im Arsch der Hölle, which does translate as flowers in the ass of hell, like a typical like old punk name and stuff. And they've sent me new stuff again, and what we have here as an envelope, funnily, is not a regular envelope, as you can see, but a spare cover of a recent Box Hamster single, which is also a band obviously released on that label named Major Label. So I am curious what we got in there, and the stuff is open a little bit, but nobody has stuff taken out of there, so I'm curious. Opens easily, and what we got here is a CD, obviously, and once again there is like a protective shrink wrap stuff around, which I don't like for reasons, especially not for showing stuff on camera. And this is an album by a group I haven't heard, or a project I haven't heard of before. Maulgruppe. Here we go. Maulgruppe, and the album title is Tiere in Chernobyl, which translates as Animals in Chernobyl, so where the nuclear disaster took place, which is often, there's the inner part of the CD, here is the CD, and yeah, that nuclear disaster is oftentimes like taken as an example how dangerous radioactivity is and how dangerous nuclear power plants are, but what people forget all the time is that this accident happened throughout an emergency test where a lot of safety measures were like thrown out of the window, and so it's more like human error stuff which happened there, and also the technology that they used there was faulty anyway. Plus it was like happening in a time where like our main means of communication, or the most advanced means of communication, were like landlines, fax machines, and radio signals. So I don't know how you can compare a 1986 incident with like 2018 nuclear technology, power plant technology, but whatever. So what we got here is a release sheet once again, and there is a track list as well. 11 tracks on here by Maulgruppe, and it's coming out as a CD and LP on Major Label. And I don't know, I've never heard of this group before, so we'll see what's in there. Okay, here we go. This is another project by the German punk guy JENS RACHUT, or former punk, now electropunk, and also like author guy JENS RACHUT, which is responsible for all the band names I have like listed earlier. Okay, they mention stuff like stoic rhythms, guitars, keyboards, and electro wave. So this should be interesting. So I'm all in for JENS RACHUT projects. I will listen to this and like review this. Once again, Maulgruppe Tiere in Chernobyl on my website, nightstyles.de within the next days, I guess, just to check and like to give you a detailed insight in what to expect. But from my experience, a lot of projects by that guy JENS RACHUT are like very interesting. If you're a fan of like maybe better known German electropunk labels like Audiolied in the era of releasing the first Frittenbude album and releasing like Egotronic from 2007 to 2011, 12 maybe and stuff. And if you're into like bands like The Chick, Tote Kreckuhren im Kofferraum, which is also like a fun German electropunk project and stuff. And if you're into these kind of bands, you might like this as well. This is what I presume for what is also like good for, or what is like right for Maulgruppe. So, and from my experience with all the major label releases I've gotten in the past, which is like such a bunch of CDs and like a small batch of vinyl as well. So if you're into that kind of music and if you're interested in German underground stuff, Maulgruppe might be a thing for you, but like wait for my verdict on nightstyles.de, link as usual down in the description box as well. And that's it for now. I bought like a little pack of vinyl today, so I will maybe show this in chart hall videos here, like 2 albums and like 1 single. So I will listen to those now and like get a little bit of things done and review the first Sound in Silence release I've received and I've shown in the one video like prior to this one. And then I'm gonna go into editing for this video so you can have stuff. And yeah, shout out to my like new subscribers who I've gained within the past days, and thanks for the interaction and stuff. If you like what you see, just recommend my channel to your friends and stuff and help me grow. And we will see what happens in the next video. So I'm going to talk to you next time. See you later.